Hello, everyone. I'm Niall, and I am my best. That's my coaching and consulting company. I work with people on emotional health and on so many facets of life, albeit relationships, conflict, searching inside for their truth, inner healing, you name it. I am here to help with the wellness of our insides and optimizing our life on the outsides as well. Um, Today, I wanted to talk about light versus dark, and it was inspired by a conversation I had with someone who I consider to be dear in my heart, a friend who was talking about a past marriage and how she felt that her ex-husband had found darkness and therefore became corrupted inside. And I asked her a little bit about it, and I do know the backstory, but I wanted to get down to her sense of whether or not he had sort of become aware of the darkness inside of him and had found it and and decided to grow from it, learn from it, and do better in life and be drawn by his own light and come out of the dark place that he was in that became a larger part of his existence for a while. And although she has forgiven him and she felt that he does embody some light in his life, she felt that there's only certain people that can experience darkness in their lives and that she's not one of them. And that really struck a chord inside of me to hear someone say that there is no darkness within them at any point. And I simply don't subscribe to that thinking. I believe that we all have the capacity for light and dark in our lives. And in any decisions that we make that might pull us off of our path of truth, our authenticity of our soul's truth, that is a moment of darkness. And it can look like so many different things in life. It can look like telling even a white lie. It can look like doing something that is in conflict with an agreement that we've had with another person, in a marriage or in any kind of relationship where we've gone against what we said we would do. It can look like something much darker, committing crimes, hurting people on purpose, hurting people by accident, even if we've done something that led us astray and resulted in something negative for someone else or even ourselves. I do believe we're all capable of darkness, and I do believe that we must come to terms with this and accept that there is light and dark in everyone. And once we see that, I believe that we can then move forward on the path of light because we are then aware of our capabilities, aware of our triggers, aware of our impulses that pull us away from being our powerful selves. And when we can see that, we can then move forward proactively, purposefully, and be less prone to being triggered or reactive. So I wrote this. Just as people have the capacity to soar, to rise to the highest heights, to love so deeply, to give so generously, to be so kind, people also have the capacity to make the worst of mistakes, to be lured into temptations, and to be drawn into darkness. Sadly, so many deny the possibility of having darkness, which I believe is a partial refusal of oneself. It's a very subtle refusal of oneself. As much as so many people in the world do incredibly good deeds in the world, the capacity for darkness is in all of us. Allowing ourselves to see this helps us stay honest about the range that is in us all. Denial is truly one of the most powerful forces in humanity. Many do not wish to look at the dark truths of the world, people's ugly struggles, destructive behaviors, and the depths that people can sink to. People's capacity to see truth is often limited by their readiness to see it. People's awareness often opens up, though, as people experience deep pain followed by deep healing. When people are ready to see the capacity for darkness inside of themselves, or in their loved ones, or in the world, it can be burdensome, and very, very heavy. So, what happens is some people reject it and they tend to go the, ignorance is bliss path. I also believe that some people who've been through deep pain, who don't or can't do all of the healing, they just don't have the capacity at this point in time because of the painful journey of facing it. They therefore might suppress some of the wounds deep inside of them. This kind of blinds them from seeing the darkness that is still there buried inside. So although there are some things that we cannot unsee or unhear in life, we can work at our resilience. We can work at our inner strength. We can work at our willingness to see things as they are and not as we want to see them. We can work on our vibrational energy, and we can decide our life path. We can redirect. I truly believe that the universe gives us a glimpse, a handful, or a mountain of things to deal with in our lives. And it happens through our jobs, through our relationships, in our health, in our environment around us. And I truly, truly believe that we are only ever given what we are ready for. And that there are messages and there are lessons in all of it. So I will appeal to you to consider that we do all have both light and dark in us, and that the sooner that we allow ourselves to see this inside of ourselves, the sooner we can be proactive and aware of it and decide how we want to navigate our lives in light of this and just shed more light on that darkness and really shine. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to next time. Have a beautiful day.